What's up, YouTube and graffiti artists? My name is Louis Chang, and today's video is going to be about a graffiti inspiration Black Book Volume 2, pages 78 and 86. So it's going to be a Black Book flip through, and this is going to be the last artwork of this particular Black Book Volume 2. And before we start, I'm going to let you know that it's not over yet. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna have a new black book. The black book's gonna be beat up, but I have to fix and get maybe a portfolio or something. But anyway, let me just get this done here. Round 3 gonna be coming in soon. Now this ain't something about. I did a poll of graffiti female characters, which will be coming up in the next book, right? So let's get started. The name is Eli, E-L-L-I. Every black book holds more than sketches, it holds moments in the artist's journey. Eli represents one of these moments where the confidence begins to replace hesitation. Every twist, connection, and extension of the letters reflect the hours of practice, mistakes, and discoveries that can never be erased, only built upon. Created with color markers and colored pencil, the cool blues and warm oranges symbolize two sides of the creative process. The blue speaks of patience, imagination, and quiet moments spent planning each line. The orange represents courage, the willingness to take risks and the rules and let the letters evolve into something uniquely your own. The soft green and violet background is not meant to compete with the piece. Instead, it represents the ever-changing city where the walls fade, seasons change, and yesterday artwork gives way to tomorrow's ideas. Where the streets constantly transform, the Black Book preserves every chapter of the artist's growth. Looking at Eli, I don't just see a finished wild-style piece, I see a reminder that progress is near to a straight line. Its twist overlaps and challenges you just like the letters themselves. Every page turned becomes another step in understanding the language of graffiti. In the end, this artwork is not about perfection, it's about the journey, the countless hours spent refining a vision until every line, every color, and every connection tells the story of an artist who never stops creating. Luna is spelled L-U-N-A. Some say city falls asleep at midnight, but graffiti artists know that's when it begins to speak. Luna was inspired by the quiet hours when empty streets become canvas and every shadow seems to hold a secret. The deep purples and reflect the mystery of the night sky. White and the green letters symbolize the life hidden beneath the darkness. The warm orange and glow is the distant street lights guiding those who create when the rest of the world is dreaming. Every sharp connection and hidden extension invites the eye to wonder, relieving something new each time you look. Like the moon itself, this piece never tells its whole story at once. It asks the viewer to slow down to explore every angle and to discover meanings that others might overlook. Drawn with markers, Luna is reminded that not all mysteries are meant to be solved. Some are meant to be experienced. In graffiti, as in life, the most unforgettable journeys begin where the lights end and the imagination takes over. Nikki is spelled N-I-C-K-I. Every color in Nikki tells the story of the heart that refused to give up. The shades of purple speak of quiet moments, times of the reflection, longing, and dreams that were almost forgotten. Yet, within those shadows, bright touches of yellow, blue, and orange. To keep the believing the crisp white block letters stand as a symbol of inner strength, reminding us that even after life's storms, there is always green background represents renewal, proving that growth often begins where we least expect it. Like every wild style letter, twisting and connecting with the next our lives are woven together by moments of joy, pain, love, and perseverance. Nikki is more than just a name, but it is a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit. It reminds us that no matter how complicated the journey becomes, beauty can always emerge from the colors of the experiences, and hope will always find a way to rise again. Kendrick. It is spelled Kendrick. Yo, what's good, family? I laid down the name Kendrick, and the inspiration came straight from the concrete jungle. I wanted this to feel like a visual rhythm, like a classic hip hop beat, translated into pure color pencil lines. This is not a spray paint. This is a straight pencil to pad work. Look at the wild star geometry, way these sharp arrows loop, intertwine, and break the rules of normal letters. I went heavy with the cool greens and deep teals to ground the piece, carving out that 3D block shading to give the name some serious weight and architectural depth. But a piece like this needs energy, right? That's why I wrapped the whole name in the electric jagged red outline. It's like a neon force field or the heat radiating off a fresh wall on a summer night. It creates that instant contrast that makes the teal letters aggressively jump right at your face. Los Angeles. It's spelled Losangeles. We are breaking down this dual layer to Los Angeles wild style piece, cooked up entirely with color markers. When you talk about the graffiti history, you are talking about the culture born from the streets, the concrete riverbeds, and the sprawling highway overpasses. LA style wasn't just imported from New York, it evolved its own beast, deeply influenced by West Cholo lettering and the city's massive scale. Back in the 1980s, legendary crews like KD's, K-Do-S, WAI, and CBS started pushing the boundaries of what a letter could do. They took the traditional block letters and twisted them into mechanical complex wild style, just like the interlocking arrows and sharp geometry you see right here in this drawing. The top layer uses those icy silver and blue tones, drawing back to the classic clean industrial steel look that dominates the early yard scenes. But LA style is also defined by the warmth and grit. That's why the bottom layers drop into these heavy copper, orange, and earth tones, filled complete with the dense stipple butt shading. It mimics the texture of the sun-baked highways walls and the dust of the city. Look closely at how the light blue underglow locks both layers together. That's a classic writer's trick to make the complex piece readable amidst to the chaos. From the iconic LA River yard to the galleries of the Melrose, the city writers proved that graffiti is fine art. With a street mentally, this marker piece pays homage to that relentless hustle. Who is your favorite legendary LA graffiti writer? Women graffiti. We are breaking down this vibrant marker piece dedicated to the massive part of the street culture, women in graffiti. A lot of people think this game has always been a boys' club, but that is a major myth. Women have been rocking the cans, climbing the layups, and bombing the yards since the very birth of the modern graffiti in the 1970s. Look at the bright bubblegum pink letters up top. This high energy style throws it back to the pioneers like Lady Pink, who started running with the New York crews in 1979. She proved that women could hold down an entire subway car by themselves, bringing unmatched surrealism and polite storytelling to the movement. Right alongside her were the writers like Barbara 62 and Eva 62, crossing the streets before the culture even had a formal name. As the culture evolved, the style diversified. Note that the green gradient script below is framed by a deep stipple, cloud shading, and bright red hearts. This represents the global explosion of the female writers who brought clean to typography and final aesthetics to the game. From the legendary Claw Money in New York, NYC, to the girls crushing massive murals across Europe and South America, women shifted the culture from raw vandalism to global art movement. Graffiti is about voice power and taking up space, and women have earned every inch of legacy on the concrete. Use respect to all the women keeping the culture alive. Who is your favorite female graffiti artist? Big Belalis is spelled Belcalis. Welcome and thank you for taking a closer look at this spectacular piece. What are you viewing is a highly intense, intricate, hand-drawn marker, tilted Belalis, a striking homage to the modern cultural royalty executed in a fierce, uncompromising street aesthetic. I, the artist, has taken a name deeply rooted in contemporary pop icon status and entirely deconstructed it through the lens of the raw, classic Bronx style lettering from the technical standpoint. The level of the ambition here is remarkable, but notice how the letters don't simply sit adjacent to one another, but they physically intertwine and compete for space. The palette transitions briefly across the timeline of the names, starting with the cool intellectual lavenders and the chiseled yellows on the left, before aggressively interrupting high-octane oranges and vibrant lime greens on the right. The heavy magenta 3D drop shadows gives the entire structure a powerful architectural weight that anchors the chaos. But what elevates this from a sketch to a true collector's piece is the structural framing. I have enveloped the lettering within a bold, raw umber background, grind, and sharp geometric accents. This deliberate choice creates a beautiful tension between the clean structural lines of a gallery space and the organic, chaotic energy of a street burner. Subtle morphics like the hidden stars and known blue heart function as a signature Easter eggs for the descending eye. Belalis is a perfect captures the current cultural shift where underground graffiti architecture meets high-end contemporary art. It is a vibrant, technically exhausting, and carries an incredible visual presence that would dominate any room. This is a definite acquisition for a collection focused on the evolution of urban typography. Lewis, is spelled Luis. Yo, we are looking at something deeply personal, the ultimate test for any writer. This is my own first name. Lewis looked into a heavy marker burner. When you write your own name, you are not just sketching letters, you are staking your claim and building your identity and projecting your energy onto the world. Look at the complexity of the wild style up top. It's a battlefield of sharp arrows and overlapping extensions and interlocking green lavender and blue fills that represent the mental grind. The red texture black background and heavy 3D block shading show the pressure we all face when trying to carve out our path. But notice how the letters don't break under pressure. They intertwine to form a solid underneath shield. But the real soul of the page is the b-boy character stepping forward. Look at the focus on the eyes and determination on his face. He's rocking the gold brass knuckles, the fresh orange kicks, and the classic street stance. He is not standing still, he's actively moving through the noise, stepping over the obstacles and throwing up hand signs of victory. He is the manifestation of the hustle, confident, relentless, and always stepping forward. This piece is a reminder: never apologize for who you are. Own your own name, master your craft, and step into the future with absolute confidence. It is one inspire you to pick up the markers today. What name represents you? Ning Chong, N is spelled Ngchong. The city sleeps, but the hustle never rests. Midnight passes and concrete becomes a blank canvas, waiting for a spark. Look at the lower half of this art. The name Ning Chong interrupts the a blazing wildfire burner, the sharp fire burning in the dark. It's framed by the deep, toxic purple bubble and cloud that traps the heat right in the page. And don't forget, this is my last name. So Ning Chong is my last name. Don't forget it. But a masterpiece does not bold itself, but emerging from the shadows is the architect of the chaos. Look at the focused intensity in the writer's eyes, sheltered beneath the sharp brim of his cap. He's rocking a classic sheepskin coat, dual wielding two green spray cans like a warrior stepping onto the battlefield. He is not just painting, he's orchestrating a visual sympathy, catching the perfect rhythm under the dim flicker of the city streetlights. When those caps are pressed, the magic happens. Look at the semantic motion captured in these stippled marker trails. Wisps of red, fiery orange, and bright golden dots float like a chemical smoke across the paper, clashing against a wave of rising purple mist. It gives an illusion of the live action that starts capturing the exact split second the paint leaves the nozzle and hangs heavy in the midnight air. This is not just a sketch, but it's a testament to the firmly named and the relentless street grind. It's about leaving your mark before the sun comes up. What the wildest spot you ever sketched or painted? Alright, so there goes my Blackbook Flip 2, Volume 2. So tell me what you think. Give it a like, share it, make a comment. If you have any questions, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for Volume 3 coming soon. Alright, thanks for watching. My name is Louis Ning Chong. Thanks for watching.